And see which way he goes. We got CHP blocking traffic there.
Okay. So
yeah,
I was concerned that maybe CHP
had
lost them when they I know they had a couple of cruisers in pursuit. One of them kind of getting spun out of control when they tried to do the pit maneuver on the suspect's vehicle. It looks as though that motor officer and 2 cruisers are in pursuit of the vehicle. This started around 8:11 this morning as a failure to yield in Burbank. Tim Lynn, our pilot in Sky 5, tells us they ran the plates, but so far not coming back as stolen. We don't know. We don't know why this guy's decided he doesn't want to be stopped. He's been going speeds up to about 85 miles an hour on the freeway. He's in the Simi Valley area, or on his way to the Simi Valley area now. Or now he's in Thousand Oaks, actually. He's on the side streets there. Yep. But he is, there is a lot of police presence in and around him.
Wrong side of the street.
He's going the wrong direction now. This is horrific to watch. And
Moorpark.
We have to hope that an innocent person does not run right into this guy. Okay, he's back into his lanes. Tim, you're watching this. The last you told us in terms of a locator was Thousand Oaks, north Moorpark Road. Is he still on Moorpark?
Yeah, he's on Moorpark now, coming back towards the 101 street here, or 101, and coming up to the on-ramp. And if he get on here, this will be the 101 westbound. Okay, he does a head fake there, goes across, and then you see the officer trying to do the pit, and the guy turned against him. And continuing on here now, turning back to the east along the freeway here. That's the freeway on-ramp for the eastbound or southbound on the 101 back through back towards the 23 here.
Okay, so he's now going southbound on the 101?
Well, we can call it southbound at this point. Yes, southbound 101 coming up to the 23 and continuing on. TV5 is on the north side at 2000.
Okay, now we need to actually, I want to correct ourselves. I said that it started in Burbank. We're being told now that this pursuit started in Tarzana. We want to show you a little video. Maybe we can do a split screen here as we keep an eye on this suspect vehicle, which is getting back on the freeway. They tried the pit maneuver, and the CHP officer lost control of his vehicle. Fortunately, there was another unit in pursuit, and they were able to carry on the pursuit of this suspect vehicle there a little earlier. This happened maybe a few minutes ago.
We're saying this, the graphic there says police pursuit on 101 westbound. Let's make sure we get the location correct. Tim, tell us, and he just seemed to make a transition, so I want to understand precisely where he is.
Okay, we just turned north on the 23 from the 101. We're approaching Jans. We're approaching Jans Road, heading northbound up towards the Simi Valley, Thousand Oaks area up in here, now continuing on. And good news, Sheriff's Air 8, LA Sheriff's 8 is on its way. Okay. He's talking to us now, coordinating with us to get in here and to help out with this. But you were saying that the sheriff or the CHP will use our feeds, our pursuit feeds, to watch it on TV and to keep track of this pursuit, to see if it starts getting too dangerous. The watch commanders back in the offices will be watching this, and if they see something that they don't like, they can go ahead and call it off. But right now, he's got a little aggressive there, and he got on the surface streets. Now we're back, continuing north on the 23.
North on the 23. Give us an idea as you look ahead. You can look ahead with your visual, with your eyes, but try and keep on the shot if you can. Like to know how bad traffic is up ahead on the 23. What is at this time of day? What would you expect?
Well, I see real light traffic. It's single file traffic ahead of him. It's a 4-lane road here, and I'm seeing single file at some points. There's little pockets, but nothing really to be a problem for him to keep rolling at the speeds right now. Looks like he's slowing down just a little bit here as he continues on north on the 23. But yeah, this is very light traffic, but he's not getting much faster than traffic. You see passing a truck right there. And not really being that reckless. Okay, jumped off the road, cut in front of that truck, jumping off the road. We'll get the off-ramp for you. Okay, we'll get the off-ramp for you here in a second as he comes down to the bottom. My photographer, Rich Prickett, has given me the information as he can see it on our moving map system that we have here. And five's on the west side. And Abelitos de los Arbolos is the street he just got off on here, and that's coming back underneath the freeway and westbound. Five's coming to a stop here. And as he continues on, he's going to be coming right out our door. And
our team doing a fantastic job. We should let you know that.
Gotcha,
so, Tim, you'll hear him. He's actually talking to the tower to get an idea, because he is our pilot. Just to remind you, he is our pilot. He's also reporting for us. He has a photographer in there who is doing an excellent job of keeping an eye on this suspect vehicle that is being pursued by CHP. We do know, as Tim was telling us just a second ago, that their air support is coming into play in a second. Air 8 is on its way, so they'll have more eyes in the sky so they can look ahead and see what they're going to be encountering. They want to keep as many of their officers safe as possible, all of them as safe as possible, and of course, people on the ground who are unaware that this could be happening right behind them, right beside them.
The danger here, this suspect who refused to yield to officers just after 8 o'clock, so about a half an hour ago at 8:11, he refused to yield. It became a felony evading case, went westbound on the 101. Now he's jumped off of the 23 in the Thousand Oaks area. CHP in
What's this
pursuit.
cross?
We have sheriff's units on the way. And what's dangerous here is he is in a residential neighborhood here, and you just don't know what's going to happen. He's been going up to 85 miles per hour on the freeway.
Well, and he's been going the wrong direction. That was we both gave a start here on the desk. We both inhaled sharply because we saw him turn left into the wrong lane. Luckily, it was an intersection where there was nobody.
The CHP has attempted to do pit maneuver on at least one occasion that we watched. They were not successful, but the CHP has been very aggressive about trying to catch this suspect, because he is not like some suspects that we have seen in pursuits slowing down. He has kept his foot on the gas pedal. Tim, I know you're trying to fly the aircraft and report to us at the same time. Give us a sense, if you can, of where precisely you are now.
Well, we turned southbound here back on Moore Park, and you can see he's picking up speed pretty well. They're passing traffic, really getting on the gas, coming back down to Jan's Road. So we're going back southbound, back to opposite direction. So we're cross traffic, very close.
Oh, that was a very,
out of control,
no,
wrong side. Here comes the school bus. A school bus saw it come and stop. We got cars turning left here in front of him. He's going to work his way. He's getting forced on a left-hand turn here. Man, that was very close in the intersection. It almost forced him head-on with that bus. But you can see right here, he's now turned into a shopping center. This is real bad. A shopping center here, people all over the place, southbound. And 5 is going to hold up here on the south side. And he's working his way through there, pushing cars out of the way back down to the street here, and see where he goes. He's going to go opposite direction on the wrong way, and he's working his way through. A CHP still right on him, and this is Thousand Oaks Boulevard. He's eastbound Thousand Oaks Boulevard, wrong direction, and coming up to the next intersection, and you're going to see a blue and yellow helicopter fly through our shot here pretty quick. Ventura County sheriffs have arrived on scene here. They called off the sheriffs from L.A. to come out here, so they got here first, took over the pursuit. Now they're going to start calling it. Now we're southbound on Thousand Oaks Boulevard, coming back to the 23. That was very, very dangerous. You can see CHP trying to come up for that pit on that curve there, but he's not giving him any help there at all. And now he's back underneath the freeway. The street is now Hillcrest as we pass under the 23, and 5's just behind him right over the street. And continuing on here, as you see the 3 units, and now he has a Ventura, it might be a Thousand Oaks police car, a white car behind him in the pursuit, working his way up into the residential hills here. Continuing along Thousand Oaks Boulevard, pushing his way around.
One would hope that they have lights and sirens just blaring so that anybody ahead can hear the onslaught coming at them, and hopefully they're able to get out of the way. Luckily, where we've been here, there's not a lot of traffic, but there were some very tense moments a little while ago on the wrong side of the road. Barely missed a school bus. Terrifying moments there, and this is exactly what police are so concerned about when they have a suspect who's fleeing from them at high rates of speed.
And if you're just wondering where we are, again, this is Thousand Oaks. Not sure if this is Thousand Oaks Boulevard or Hillcrest Drive. Both essentially parallel each other. Tim, which is it, Hillcrest or Thousand Oaks Boulevard?
Well, we're just turning off Hillcrest back to the south, just past the school here, continuing south now in this residential area up in the hills of the south side of Thousand Oaks. He's really picking it up the speed here now. These little tiny streets here, Rich Prickett, my cameraman in the back, is trying his best on the moving map to give me an idea exactly what streets we are on. But we're back southbound from Hillcrest, which will take us back down towards Thousand Oaks Boulevard. And that should be the next major he comes to. He's weaving his way down this hill in through the residential area here. I'm hearing that now the sheriff's area unit is here as well, so I'm having to raise my altitude here to give them room, because you have the Ventura County sheriffs is the lead agency right now with the helicopter overhead. Now the sheriffs are here as well, but CHP is still the ground units in pursuit. And we're coming up to, I believe this is Thousand Oaks Boulevard. We'll check with Rich here as we come through this intersection. Actually, no, it's not. It's another minor. We're still a little bit to the north of that. But
some busy
southbound here, working our way. Working our way back down towards. Yeah, it is. It is. It's funny. It's one. I shouldn't say funny, but it's when we're up here looking down on it, we can see the cross traffic hit. We can see it coming. We see what might happen, like we did on that last intersection. Now we're approaching Thousand Oaks Boulevard, the street just north of the 101, and it's a T intersection, so he's have to make a decision here. Looks like he's going for the left.
He's on the wrong way again.
And left. Yeah, wrong way, turning to the right around the corner. Yeah, back westbound, Thousand Oaks Boulevard, heading back towards the 23. So we're kind of circling the same area right here, Michaela and Frank, as this guy just tries to get away. But right now, 3 ground units on him, 2 helicopters. He's not going to get away. He just might as well pull over and stop.
We're working with our assignment desk as well to get some more information from law enforcement and find out, okay, is he losing control of his vehicle? I've noticed that it could be the fact that he's in desperate times right now, but I've noticed the car's a little wobbly on a couple of the turns, and even when he's in the straight stretch, the car seems he's not got great control over the vehicle. They haven't had an opportunity to even get a spike strip down because he is making so many turns, they can't get ahead of him.
Looks like he just went under the 23 again. Is that right, Tim?
That's right. Westbound on Thousand Oaks Boulevard just went under the 23, and they'll lose control like that. I was just talking about earlier on there, if they're high rate of speed and they make a real fast move, the back end of the car will let go, and then you'll start swinging around. So that's kind of what happened to the CHP car you saw spin out. And these guys will do the same thing. They'll get a little speed going, they'll outdrive their ability, and then they'll lose control. But we're coming up on an intersection here, going through a red light, but people are holding, hearing the sirens from the police cars, and now the CHP unit's kind of sneaking up on him on his right, and the guy kind of cuts him off a little bit, and so they're going to try at their first opportunity to pit him because they want to stop this pursuit.
Yeah, they do.
And now
they have the advantage that they have sheer numbers. They have patience and they have experience. The guy driving the car is desperate, and he is trying to evade police, so that's the decisions. What just happened there? Did you see that?
Well, as he's approaching the intersection,
there we go.
The pit maneuver has just
got him, got him, and then a ram, put him in the center divider. Okay, now this is where it becomes dangerous. You have this guy going to try to get away. If he tries to drive away, now the CHP officer,
he got right up.
Working his way up on him. The other officers coming in. Looks like this may have come to an end. We'll get the locator here for you, but this is just north of North Park Avenue, just north of it. I'll get it. There's a shopping center right there. Rich will give me the intersection that we're over, but we're stopped here. CHP coming up to it. We're kind of keeping a wide shot here in case there's any gunplay. But you see the officer right at the right door there pointing a gun at him.
And you see the other officers, and you may wonder why they're not approaching the door immediately. The other officer from the passenger side had his gun drawn. You don't want to get into the potential crossfire. It looks like they're clearing that vehicle. The suspect is now down on the ground, and they'll be able to make an arrest. Tim Lynn in Sky 5 HD. We're now seeing the guy getting hooked up at 8:49. This pursuit beginning at 8:11 in Tarzana on the 101 freeway, and now the CHP successfully bringing this to a conclusion.
Big thanks to our team in Sky 5. An outstanding job, Tim Lynn, and our photographer, Rich. They've done a great job of sticking with us, and it's nice to see that they got this guy before anybody could get hurt. They've got him in custody, and he's got a litany of charges he will now be facing. We're going to take a short break. Be right back.